Stacey is with Propel, which is a company which has created the fresh EBT. And I won't steal our thunder by saying too much about what it does, but it's it was something that I was introduced to, believe it or not, in a podcast from my favorite author, Michael Lewis, who runs a great podcast called Against the Rules, when he's not writing about the blind side and Moneyball and all that other stuff. Stacey's colleague was there introducing Fresh EBT, and lo and behold, a few weeks after I saw that podcast, Fresh EBT was one of the finalists in this contest. So, Stacey, please take us away and introduce Fresh EBT.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me today. And what an impressive group and an honor to be here with you all. I've already learned so much and have many ideas, so look out to hear from me. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Chanita, a mother of 6 and one of the 40 million households across the country who use the SNAP program, also known as the food stamp program, to feed their families. Mothers like Chanita have told us, my hands are literally full. So the standard option to check my balance by dialing a 1-800 number, entering my 19-digit EBT card, and all of the prompts before and after every shopping trip while I'm at a store shopping and managing my kids is not an option for me. But I have a smartphone. So Fresh EBT reimagined this experience so it looks and feels more like a modern financial tool. Fresh EBT is a free app that is free to download and free to use and available on any smartphone. I'm going to try to switch over to a demo now. So now that I have Fresh EBT downloaded on my phone, I've logged in and saved my username and password so I can see my balance with one click. I see that I have $450 to spend this month, but I often worry about when I'm going to get my deposit. Can I rely on this? And otherwise, I was calling a 1-800 number over and over again at midnight, but can see here as soon as my deposit is received. I can also check and make sure I was charged correctly. I wasn't double charged at a retailer, and I can sleep better with this ease. In addition, I can use Fresh EBT to see a map of local retailers, food pantries, WIC clinics, other relevant resources, check recipes for within my healthy eating within my budget, connect with coupons at local retailers to save money, and apply for jobs. But in March, my world, like so many other families, turned upside down. Not least the families with limited income using Fresh EBT. We started getting questions right away about changes to benefits, new federal programs intended to keep families afloat. What am I eligible for? What am I missing? And most people didn't know about them or how to use them. So in response to the pandemic, we created a benefit program update center that we have been updating daily since the start of the pandemic, with additional SNAP benefits called Max Allotment, PEBT benefits for families whose children were otherwise in school, and other benefits that families need to know the right next step to take in order to receive. So for example, you may have heard of the economic impact payments, the stimulus checks that were sent to families. Many families, maybe some of you, received those direct deposited into their bank account. Wow, an extra $1,200, that's great. For families using Fresh EBT, over 50% report having less than $25 available to them. $1,200 is life-changing. But these families were poised to miss out on this payment entirely because they hadn't been required to file with the IRS, didn't have bank account information attached, and didn't know they needed to take a step in order to receive the payment. So we shared that information within Fresh EBT, as well as links to each of the IRS forms for families to track their current payments and or to fill out the non-filer form or take other steps to make sure that they receive their payment as quickly and efficiently as possible. Another example is we had families who were at risk of being evicted and had heard that maybe there was something about an eviction moratorium, but didn't know what that was, if they were eligible. Similarly, share information here within Fresh EBT about the CDC eviction moratorium, and partnered with a legal aid organization to share a tool that connected households to legal aid services, as well as a form to fill out right here on their phone in less than 2 minutes that would automatically send a letter to their landlord to stave off eviction. And we saw over 3,000 households use this in the first month that it was offered. We built Fresh EBT to give families more control and to bring the same modern, dignified tools available in financial services to government benefits. All of these tools, especially access to the right info at the right time, mean benefits stretch longer, on average 2 days longer a month for households using Fresh EBT. But it's not enough. Now we hear from households every day who are deciding between feeding their oldest chicken and buying formula for their baby, or do I skip my utility payment or push back my rent this month? And I'm so grateful to know the economic impact payment is coming in a few weeks, but my rent was due yesterday. At the same time, we heard from donors. They wanted to help, but didn't know where to start. So we created $1,000, no strings attached cash payments distributed through Fresh EBT. Households see this yellow bar come up, answer a few questions, and within a few hours, receive a $1,000 no strings attached payment. We've distributed over $115 million in these payments since March. And here we get to meet Janita again, who told us, I plan on catching up on my rent, light, and water bills with my check. This is a once in a lifetime thing. Thank you all again for the time and look forward to continuing the conversation.